Everyone, welcome to my video about why I wanted the Daredevil vs. Green Hornet death battle to happen on Screw Attack. Well then, if you could be so kind as to start the music, I'll tell you. Being a detective can be something in your life, right? Well, not to worry, because I'll be more than happy to tell you all about those two guys from different universes. Though red and green don't mix and make an ugly color. Ugh! Anyways, let's talk about those two guys. Matthew Michael Matt Murdock and Britt Reed. Because we need more of the Marvel vs. DC death battles from Screw Attack right off the bat. What, you thought I was going to play the role as a journalist? Could be fun. But anyways, I'm Daniel Paul Moore and I'm coming your way to tell you all why I wanted a death battle. Abandoned by his mother, Matt Murdock was raised by his father, boxer Battling Jack Murdock, in Hell's Kitchen. Realizing that rules were needed to prevent people from behaving badly, young Matt decided to study law. However, when he saved a man from an oncoming truck, it spilled a radioactive cargo that rendered Matt blind while enhancing his remaining senses. Under the harsh tutelage of blind martial arts master Stick, Matt mastered his heightened senses and became a formidable fighter. He also attended Columbia University Law School alongside his best friend, Franklin Foggy Nelson. But before Matt earned his Juris Doctorate degree, his father was murdered by agents of the Fixer, Roscoe Sweeney, for refusing to throw a fight. Enraged when the legal system failed to bring the Fixer to justice, Matt donned a costume made from his father's boxing robe and went to action as Daredevil, savagely beating his father's killers and frightening the Fixer himself to death. Establishing a small New York law firm for Foggy, Matt vowed to serve the law as Matt Murdock and to fight evils beyond the law's reach as Daredevil. Over the years, he has fought many supercriminals, including Mr. Fear, Stiltman, Gladiator, Purple Man, and Jester/Jonathan Powers, as well as crime lords such as the Kingpin and the Owl. He has loved and fought alongside both the Black Widow and Elektra. Although Daredevil and the Punisher both fight crime, they often clash over the Punisher's lethal tactics. During an early encounter, Daredevil shot the Punisher to prevent him from killing drug dealer Peter Hogman Grunter. Since then, Daredevil has worked with the Punisher when necessary, but has also attempted to bring him to justice. Daredevil formed the Marvel Knights to apprehend the Punisher, who escaped police custody thereafter. Later, Daredevil teamed with Spider-Man and Wolverine in a failed attempt to take down the Punisher, who told Daredevil that the only way to stop him was to kill him. Recently, Daredevil's secret identity was exposed by a tabloid, and he definitively defeated the Kingpin in public, declaring himself New York's new Kingpin. To avoid disbarment, Murdock has been forced to publicly and legally deny his dual identity, though the public remains unconvinced. He was incarcerated by the FBI, which had been publicly embarrassed by Murdock, and placed in a population comprised of many of his enemies in the hope that Murdock would be killed while in prison. Murdock, aided by the Punisher, escaped shortly thereafter. Britt Reed is the son of a wealthy newspaper editor, Daniel Reed, publisher of Chicago's newspaper, The Sentinel. Britt is also the descendant of the Wild West hero known as the Lone Ranger. Reed excelled in athletics and academics in school. Before following in his father's footsteps, Reed decided to travel the world and do some good. His travels showed him the horrible truths of the world. After barely escaping Africa with his life for speaking out against ruling warlords, Britt found himself in China. He was trapped here by the invasion of the Imperial Japanese Army. It was here that he saved a man's life from the Japanese. This man was Kato, and he offered himself to Britt as a servant and protector for saving his life. The men became good friends and they returned to America. When he returned to Chicago, Britt became the Green Hornet in his fight against the city's organized crime while he was working as a Sentinel's editor. Britt and Kato worked for 5 years together fighting crime. After taking all the crime families of Chicago down, Britt finally hung up the mask to spend more time with his wife Janet and son Britt Jr. Continuing as editor for the Sentinel well into his old age, Britt was betrayed by his one-time ally and friend Frank Scanlon. In order to ensure his re-election as mayor, Frank betrayed Britt's identity to his old enemy, Oni Juma. With this information, Oni's son Hirohito, disguised as the Black Hornet, killed Britt at the campaign party Britt was throwing for his friend. So, would you guys like this death battle to happen? I would love to hear your comments on it. Just remember, fellow Screw Attack fans, where there's smoke, there's fire. Because that's what the villains commit. Coming up next on Why I Wanted a Death Battle, Palutena from Kid Icarus versus Rosalina from the Super Mario franchise. And of course, as always, don't forget to favorite, comment, share, like, and subscribe. Help keep this account safe from internet haters, internet trolls, cyberbullies, and rude people. And as always, thanks for watching.